Welcome to State of the Frogs with Coach Jamie Dixon. This is the season premiere of Season 3, Episode 1, presented to you by Richard's Rainwater. Coach, thank you for joining us. We're going to talk non-conference a little bit as far as just how the non-conference schedule started out. Started out 3-0, got off to a good start, had a couple injuries, but still fared above 500. Can you just tell us a little bit about what you thought about the non-conference overall?
It seems, it's been a journey. There's no question about it. A lot of changes to how we're playing, how we started, what we envisioned. But obviously some, injuries, development, a couple things. We want to make some adjustments. And so I think we're a better team now, certainly are a better team now than we were earlier in the year. Went into some games without some guys and with some guys that just weren't ready to perform level we needed. So, it's in the past is how I look at it. I liked how we played the last game. I like how we defended, rebounded, and that's where that has to be our calling card. I mean, those two things, and especially now the way we're playing big, we're playing young, which usually isn't a good recipe for it, but we've got to play that way. We've got to be physical. We've got to be big. We've got to rebound. We've got to defend. We've got to limit points in the paint. We got to keep the ball out of the paint. We got to guard ball screens with aggressiveness, not allow penetration, not let them get inside three. So, so we're doing those things now better. Right. Obviously we've had adjustments. Now you got your two leading scorers out, Frankie for the year. So, offense has been a challenge, but we're working on it and getting better and had to adjust. Really, we've put guys who are playing in all different spots and adjusting accordingly.
Yeah, and you talk about guys adjusting. Your veteran players have really stepped up with Noah Reynolds, Trey White, and Ernest Uday. Can you talk about your vets a little bit and how they just really kind of help bring the young guys along as well?
Well, you say vets, but only one of them played for us last year. So, that's a different definition, I guess, now than what I've been used to for the last 40 years of college and basketball. But you got to adjust and you got to figure things out, and you got to speed up the learning process sometimes, which usually isn't a good thing. And but I like how Trey's defending. I like how Ernest is back healthy for us, and he can disrupt games defensively and in some ways that guys just can't. And ball screens, rotations, his quick feet change some things, quick hands. Noah's doing better. Vashon's playing better defense for us out front. We've got to keep just pulling some guys along, some freshmen, and understanding that if they make a shot, miss a shot, it means something. But the more important thing is how you respond to it. If you defend and rebound down at the other end, and that's what we've got to preach, and that's our challenge with so many new guys and new guys at this level. Freshmen, but also guys that have played college basketball, maybe not this league, and so that's what we're working on. That's what we're improving on, and I liked our last 2 weeks. It wasn't perfect. In our last one, the first 9 minutes weren't great offensively. Defended good enough. But you saw it come together as the game went on. We felt a little bit more comfortable. Just needed a shot or two to go, see the ball go through the net, and then we've pulled away from Montana State. So who's a good, solid team. So we're figuring it out like everybody is, and we just got to keep progressing.
Yeah, and as you talk about just on the defensive end with Vashon Arlette, Frankie Collins, he was one of your primary defenders on the perimeter, and it's showing that Vashon Arlette is stepping up to the challenge as far as just being more of a guard on the floor, floor general, and he has, improved a lot, I think, as well.
Yeah,
too.
No, I really pointed him out defensively in transition defense. And we're going to need it going into the league because we're going to play with Arizona, and these transition defense is huge, and our guards directing traffic out front, containing penetration. Him and Noah have got to do the job. They've got to direct traffic. They've got to tell guys where to go. They've got they're back for a reason, and that's what we're trying to get across to him. And I thought he's really stepped up along with Noah. They're not naturally talkers, communicators, but we've got to turn them into that because it's going to make our defense better.
Nice. And when we come back, we'll be talking to one of the star freshmen, David Punch. And when State of the Frogs with Coach Jamie Dixon continues, presented to you by Richard's Rainwater.
What do you see when you look up at the clouds? At Richard's Rainwater, we see the greatest source of pure, delicious water looking right back down at us. We've invented a simple, powerful technology to collect and bottle rainwater. Our process begins with the rain. When clouds become saturated, droplets fall from the sky. Rainfall is a naturally cleansing event. During the first few minutes, the raindrops clean the atmosphere and wash away any dirt or debris from surface areas. At this cleanest point in the rain cycle, we collect the pure raindrops into large storage vessels. Then, we use a simple, yet effective combination of ozone and microfiltration to ensure our rainwater surpasses the highest drinking water standards. We pour the pure, refreshing rainwater into glass bottles and aluminum cans, packaging as infinitely renewable as the water itself. Richard's Rainwater is building a network of collection systems across the country to ensure our rainwater is local everywhere. The purest, best-tasting water comes from the sky. Richard's Rainwater, sip the sky.
Welcome back to State of the Frogs with Coach Jamie Dixon. I'd like to thank Coach for talking to us about non-con. We have our star freshman here, David Punch. We're going to talk to him a little bit and just get to know him a little bit. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
David, we're talking, and you top 100, coming out of high school, MVP, average a double-double. Just tell us a little bit about what was your biggest transition in coming into college play?
My biggest thing was just learning the speed of college basketball. That was everybody's emphasis for me. So that's been like my main focus, just getting used to really just the speed at different positions. As y'all know, playing the 5 and now I'm playing the 4. So just the speed was the biggest thing.
Yeah, and when you talk about the speed, like, you rapidly have really made a presence, in a big jump. You see freshmen when they come in, it takes them a bit longer. But for you, you've really made an impact on the team. And what was the biggest change point for you that you think that you've seen when you're like, I can really help this team out at an early start?
Really just realizing how physically gifted I am. My athleticism for my age and just how gifted I am. And really just showing myself consistently through the preseason that I can do it, getting better every game. The Vanderbilt game was really my biggest game where I was like, okay, I can hoop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go out here and I can contribute contribute a lot to the game. So that game was really like an eye opener for me.
Yeah. And then you look at like the defensive end, you've been stepping up on the defensive end, blocking shots, rotating. And, man, you got some athleticism too, man. When we talk about the last game against Montana State, the jab step, coming into the baseline, dunking on like 2 or 3 guys, man, that athleticism was really showing, and it shows your comfortability in the offense. Would you say that you're getting more comfortable in the offense? Yeah,
it was kind of hard for me in the beginning, transitioning from the 5 to the 4, just because the whole summer I played the 5 and I learned pretty much all the plays from that position. So I had to really learn all the plays from all these positions really in a short amount of time. But kudos to my coaches for really helping me anchor down and learn all these new plays. And I feel like I'm very confident right now in my position and just being able to play on the perimeter out there. And I'm excited for the future.
Okay. And so being a young buck, who do you look up to? Who is your mentor on the team that you would say?
I look to all the guys for advice, but Ernest has really been the one that's talked to me the most.
Okay.
He's been in my ear since day one. He's just giving me gems all the time. So.
Nice. And so now, you're getting ready to play the Big 12, open the Big 12 tonight against Arizona. Are there any nerves, or like how do you feel about opening the Big 12, because the Big 12 is one of the best conferences as far as basketball. So how do you feel about that?
I would say I'm nervous, but that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, I'm really excited just to get out there and just play basketball. I'm not really thinking too much of it. I'm gonna take it like any other game I would. Obviously they're a more opposing team, but I don't look at it as like I'm supposed to be scared of them or anything. I look at them as Arizona. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go out there and play. Same way I've been playing all the games, and just show them, who I am and contribute to the team the best I can.
All right, and last thing, man, you got some new shoes. You gonna show us the new shoes tonight, or are you just breaking them in yet?
I don't know.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna break him out.
You know, okay,
I think
man.
I'll break him out.
Well, we wish you the best tonight. Thank you for stopping in and talking to us. And when we come back, we'll be talking to Coach Dixon about the Big 12 and what we can expect from the TCU Horned Frogs. And this has been State of the Frogs with Coach Jamie Dixon, presented to you by Richards Rainwater.
Energy does everything for us. It's all-encompassing.
We're all benefiting and affected from it.
And it is something that we all need to know about.
It is the glue that holds everything together.
TCU is powering what matters, our future.
We don't just talk about what's needed, we focus on results.
The Ralph Lowe Energy Institute is creating a world where energy is affordable, sustainable, and reliable.
Welcome to the Squire Shop.
We're locally owned and operated since 1994.
We specialize in the finest men's clothing that the market has to offer at affordable prices with unbelievable service.
We do custom clothing all the way to more casual, Peter Millar, Johnny O, kind of everything. Well, my dad's the owner, so I've been around retail my whole life. Oh, it's great. I mean, it's the best boss I'll ever have. I know that.
We love our TCU community. They have been so good to us. Come see us today. Go Frogs!
We'd like to thank David Punch for stopping by talking to us here on State of the Frogs with Coach Jamie Dixon. Coach, you know, we was talking with David Punch and just how he's stepped up. And, you know, can you talk a little bit about just how his progression has helped the team and his impact with the team so far?
Well, we knew he was going to be a good player. We knew he was going to be impactful, and we kind of recruited going, hey, we need to play him as a freshman. Do we go get a senior? Do we go get an older guy, which is what most teams are doing? We wanted to do that, and really we wanted to play him as a 5 and develop him into a 4. But defensive instincts were way better than I thought. His ability to guard on the perimeter way better, and I say that it continued to get better, and you just saw the improvement, and hence the move to playing him at the 4. That was always the plan, just happened quicker, and you hope it's going to happen quick, but he figured out, he retains things, he's got a good feel, he's a good team defender, but he's also a good on-ball defender, and his size obviously makes it an opportunity, but also Malik, who I didn't even think was going to play this year for us, and I wouldn't say he was forced into it because of some injuries, but he's better than we thought he was going to be because we didn't see him play last year. He didn't play the whole year. So, you know, didn't practice all summer, you know, in and out for the fall. And it just keeps getting better and better. So, you know, we're just, you know, there's some things that you can't prepare for, but he stepped up. He's got it done. And with those two guys, we were able to play bigger but athletic at the same time and bothersome offenses. I think going forward here and them giving us somewhat what Ernest gives us. And then we got to figure it out offensively because now you're playing almost 3-5 men at 2 on the floor at times until they become, you know, highly skilled guys. Because a lot of teams are playing like 4 guards out there, and certainly we're not doing that now at this point. So then you throw out Brendan's not in there and Frankie's not in there, and you know, there's some things to figure out.
And when you talk about Malik too as well, he has a knack for just rebounding. Had 5 offensive rebounds last game against Montana State. He's just really raw talent. And he's looked like he's figuring out on just both ends as far as just rebounding goes
and I think it's just getting his legs under him. I think that was the thing we say. He's around the ball, he's around it, but he doesn't seem to be coming up with it. Now he seems to be coming up with it, and I think that's just, you know, just playing. I mean, a year without playing as people say, you know, Frank, oh, he's out, and it's like, okay, it's the out parts. Yeah, you don't have them, but when they come back, they ain't the same. And certainly that long period of time is even more so. But with our numbers and how the situations are, you're usually throwing guys back in there, and everybody's like, oh, the great, you know, the arrival, no, it usually takes some more opportunities, some more reps, and some more game competition. We saw that with Ernest early in the year. I mean, he missed a couple weeks, and when he missed a couple weeks, we're starting all over again.
Right.
And that's we've seen that, and so practice makes you better. Sitting out has never made anybody better. I've yet to see that guy, but there's a few that do believe in that.
Right.
I just haven't seen it been proven.
Okay, yeah. And you're talking about the new guys now, and the Big 12 play starting tonight against Arizona. How do you get your guys as far as pretty much a whole new team? What do you tell your guys as far as getting ready for Big 12 play?
A lot of teams are new.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we're newer than anybody.
Right.
It's a new world, and you gotta bring back guys and get them better, or you bring in guys and you get them ready real quick, and that's what we've kind of been doing. And weren't ready at the start of the year, but adjustments, lose a guy or two, and now we're gonna figure it out again. But hey, it's the Big 12. We're gonna play in front of packed houses every day.
Right.
The important thing is that we got to have a packed house in all of our home games, and we'll see it in Arizona in our first one. And they're good. Yeah, they have a history. Yeah, but so does everybody in our league.
Right.
And, we're a team that's been the tournament 3 years in a row, so we've seen it pretty much everything there is to see. But now you got to go win some games on the road, which we have. We've won in tough places, no question about it. This is a tough place, but we're a better team now than we were, and we're just got to keep getting better. And these 4 days back from Christmas have been valuable for us. Not exactly how I had envisioned it, because we had guys hurt and sick in these 4 days back, but we got to be ready to go.
Yeah, and in facing Arizona, the last time you played against these guys was in the NCAA tournament. Hard-fought game, lost in overtime. Do you think, is that one of the games, do you have a short-term memory with that, or do you kind of, as far as coaches, do you kind of, because sometimes coaches want a revenge game where you think about the loss or anything like that? Are you one of those coaches, or are you just next game and you don't even think about when you played a team before?
Well, I mean, it was 2 years ago, and there isn't one player that played in that game on either team. So that's more a testimony to college basketball than anything, really. But yeah, I've adapted to. You're going to be in a new team every year, and I guess I've moved on even more so in these last couple of years, because there's really going to be very little familiarity with your opponents from year to year, and from what you do. From year to year, you're going to have different personnel, so there's no need to dwell in the past, and that's what we did this year. We had a slow start, but what I know is Montana State was our last game, and we out-rebounded by 24. We were 26 of 29 from the free throw line. We held them to 33% from the field. That's the team we got to be.
All right. Well, we're wishing you the best tonight in tonight's game against Arizona. Tip-off at 7 p.m. Fort Worth time. This has been State of the Frogs with Coach Jamie Dixon, the season premiere of Season 3, Episode 1 from TCU basketball, Coach Jamie Dixon, Roxo Media House, and the Frogs Today. I've been your host, Bingo Merriex, and go Frogs.
3, 1, 2, 3, hey!